Hey guys, it's techgrant here. In today's video, we'll be reviewing the gpro wireless mouse. That's right. If you guys don't know, this is my main mouse for the past year now, and I think it's an appropriate time for us to do a review video on it. So that way, if you want to snag it for yourself, I can recommend it or not. Of course, there'll be a link to it down below if you want to check it on out for yourself. And if you do use that link, it supports the channel. For right now, though, let's jump right into it. So let's go over the details about this mouse. First thing you know about it is, of course, its weight. It weighs a total of 3 ounces, slightly above it by like an eighth almost. So it's 3.08 ounces. That's right. Of course, this mouse has a few buttons on the side right here. You got 2 programmable buttons, which you can make them your flashbang, your melee, whatever you want to set them to. They're programmable, so that's awesome. And on the top side, you got yourself a right click and left click, of course, and a middle mouse button, and of course the scroll wheel, which is sick. And the scroll wheel's got a nice little grip texture onto it, so it always feels good when you scroll with it. Next, of course, you got 2 side buttons that don't do anything that I'm at least aware of, and you got yourself your back buttons, of course. You got a DPI button, which you can lower and increase the DPI with, and also you can do a nice little off and on switch. And the battery is removable by magnet, so you can do that. And on the back side, you got a micro USB to charge this thing. So of course, if you were to plug this mouse in by using micro USB to charge it, it would be also considered a wired mouse when you plug it into your PC, so it would charge and also be wired, and that way you can use it, and you'll know it's charging by the 3 dots icon it'll show glowing. So each one represents a charge point, so 1, 2, and 3, and 3 is like the max amount of charge. It won't fully charge at 100% because it's going to preserve its battery life by not going 100% in the battery life on it. So that's something you need to know about these kind of mouses, that they do that for that reason, since Logitech has that design into its tech. And of course, you got yourself the final thing, of course, is the wireless adapter for this thing. If you were to plug this into a USB port on your PC, it would be considered a wireless mouse, so you can use it as a wired or wireless depending on the situation. Now, I will say real quick, I did do a video on a charging dock for this mouse in general that is absolutely amazing. I'll link down below if you want to go check out that video out. Highly recommend, but you can actually buy a $30 charging dock on Amazon, so that way you don't have to charge it by cable. Now that we've gone over the details about this mouse, let's talk about gameplay. For gameplay, I got you guys some Apex Legends here of me and my mouse just dogging on some people in game, of course. And of course, I want to talk about the weight of it when you do flick with people on it or do what you do on your mouse pad. That's going to have a little bit of heft to it, a little bit of heaviness, but it's not enough to make a huge difference. So when you get a grip of it, it's going to feel really good when you do snipe some guy's head or pop off and stuff like that. And the buttons do feel like they have a lot of grip to it. Like, it fits my hand. Like, look at this. It feels really nice in my hand, and I have a good grip. You can also see that here with the gameplay too, when I'm clicking the buttons and stuff like that. So you can see one angle where I got a nice side angle of it where it's like a grip. Then here's the other angle with it, of course, the buttons where I'm dogging some poor kids. It's a really good gameplay mouse, and I highly recommend you guys use it. I absolutely love this thing. Now, even though I highly recommend this mouse, doesn't mean it could be the mouse for you. Now, let me explain why I wouldn't recommend this mouse. Because technically, I have a larger handset, and I'm in my 20 and 30ish. If you are looking for a mouse that's temporary, I would not recommend this. But if you are looking for a mouse you're going to use for the rest of your time and you don't plan on upgrading down the line, this would be the mouse for you. Originally, I got a Red Dragon mouse. It was $30 and stuff like that, and of course got old and I needed to upgrade, and I didn't want to buy another mouse in the future here, so I bought this mouse because it is a bit pricey, over $100. I got it and I absolutely love it, and it was worth every penny because the build quality is amazing, the texture is amazing, and that's fantastic. And honestly, I could really highly recommend it to anyone, unless you have a smaller hand size, then it would be a problem. Now, there are some caveats with this mouse. The biggest thing is the texture. Even though the texture is absolutely amazing, if you are sweating and grinding every day on your video games, of course, your palms are going to create some little oils, which is going to make the texture a bit like wet. So you're actually going to have to clean it off once in a while with, of course, some little wipes, of course, softened wipes or anything like that will work perfectly fine. Then dry it off on top of it. So it's one of those things, you have sweaty palms, you might not want to consider this mouse because you might lose grip of it in gameplay. So that's the only caveat. There are some other things, but honestly, they're not really too big of an issue to deal out, so I'm just going to comment about that one remark. But honestly though, if you're looking for a mouse for the rest of your time and just want to use, this would be the mouse for you. If you did enjoy my review today, then make sure to smash the like button, get subscribed so you don't miss any more of our tech content, of course. And don't forget to check us on Twitch, because we do stream there, of course, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. There'll be a link down below to our Twitch channel. Until then, if you have any more questions about this mouse, feel free to ask me in my chat, of course, and I'll see you guys for another tech video. techgrant, out.